38. Wow. And we're tied at 2, headed to overtime, so all you need is 1.
Only 13 shots on goal for Montreal. They had 12 in game 2. Overtime underway. Wheelers moves it into the Montreal zone. Now Carrier up the left side for Texier. Hudson circles back. 3 of the 4 goals tonight scored by defensemen. Now the lead pass, Suzuki, in with a shot. Great chance from the Montreal captain.
Maybe a little bit higher, but what a pass by Lane Hudson.
Caulfield's pass picked off by Jarvis.
Indians almost had 7 guys on the ice.
Svechnikov looking for Aho, but he was headed the other way. Here's Suzuki once again. Now Slavkovsky. Puck comes out to Matheson. He spins. Matheson shoots.
I think that went off the bar.
And in, out of play.
Here comes Suzuki. Maybe Anderson with a piece. That one looked like went off the side of the net. This one here, Matheson up top and square off the bar.
Off the faceoff, here's Thompson. Thompson with it again. Now Davidoff comes away from Chatfield. Davidoff out to the point. Dobson. Dobson shoots. That never got through. Newhook over for Montreal. Canadians with some chances early in overtime. Out to the left side for Hudson. Hudson with an overtime goal in round 1 against Tampa Bay. Hurricanes come away with the puck. Slavin moved it ahead into the Montreal zone. Here's Taylor Hall. Hall with a shot, and that one blocked. Now Blake tied up by Dobson. Dobson back up ice for the Canadiens in overtime. Davidoff up the boards and down. Canadiens go for a change. We played 2 minutes in sudden death overtime from Bell Center in Montreal. Puck deflects into the Carolina bench.
Times it gets a little chaotic and causes some opportunities at either end, as we saw in that breakaway by Suzuki.
Here's Buckner.
Well, Ehlers was all by himself in front of the net. Martin just not able to get it to Buckner.
Now Matheson for Montreal. There's Texier, his pass. Intercepted by Miller. Puts it down into the Montreal zone. Now Matheson. Whipping for the Canadiens. Matheson has a goal tonight. Matheson poked away by Miller.
Deneau got a healthy piece of Miller after he flipped that puck out. Boy, again, Montreal.
Aho wins the draw. Back to Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere, backhand shot blocked in front. Cleared by Anderson. McEachin hustling back for the Canes. A couple of fresh skaters on the guys for Montreal. Here's McEachin shooting one, and that's held by Dobesh.
And he gets some help there from Gouli, and that's a huge win.
Montreal has not lost back-to-back games. 6-0 following a defeat. Canadiens control. Gouli twists the puck around. Held it at the line by Hudson. Sent to the corner by Slavkovsky. And now it's Svechnikov. Onto the stick of Jarvis. Hudson back on it for the Canadiens. Now Suzuki. Here's Slavkovsky. Now Gouli. Gouli defended by Chatfield. Now Slavin moves it up the boards. Chatfield over to help out. Puck comes out of the zone. And Gouli sends it back in. We played 4 minutes in overtime. Tied at 2. Plate spun around by Davidoff. This will be it. Now a steal by Taylor Hall. Stuff attack. Stopped by Dobesh. Out it comes to Walker. Now Stankoven for Carolina. Shouldered by Davidoff. Stankoven keeps the puck alive. Up the boards it comes. Shovel down low for Stankoven. He and Demidov continue to battle. Kept in at the line by Walker. Here's Stankoven into the slot. Over the stick of play. Shot by Miller. Missed the net. Hard Tara Dobish. Then got a piece of it. Stankoven. Final once again for Carolina. Pass off the stick of Hall and finally out of the zone.
3 turnovers by the Canadians on this shift. Not able to clear the zone, and Carolina not able to take advantage, even though they had a couple of good looks.
We played 5 minutes here in overtime. Puck deflected in by Martinook and then blocked aside by Dobish. Sent towards the net, stick save. Made by Dobish on Ehlers. Looking to become the overtime hero for the 2nd straight game. Now it's Josh Anderson. Down low for Deneau. Taken away by Nikishin, regained by Texier. Out to the point for Struble. Puck blocked in front and clear. No icing. Hudson back on it for the Canadians. Pass up the middle. Too far for Slavkovsky. It's another Montreal icing. Great reaction there by Dobish. Up by Slavin. Turned aside by Dobish. Robinson with the puck. Past Carrier. Played by Jankowski. Cut off behind the net by Struble. Now Hudson. Jankowski with the long reach. Kept it alive. Bouncing puck. Suzuki. Moves it ahead. Now Slavkovsky. Slavkovsky waiting for teammates. Slavkovsky moves it down low. Caulfield pressed by Chatfield. Knocked out of the zone by the glove of Robinson. Goalie for Carrier. 2-2 in overtime. Here's Slavkovsky. Looks to gain a step on Slavin, who stays with him. Aho with the puck for Carolina. Here's Aho. Now Svechnikov. Cross ice. In front. Aho couldn't get the stick on it. And now Carrier moves the puck ahead for Demidov. Montreal goes for a change. Puck deflected away from Jarvis. Evans sends it back. And now Matheson. Here's Newhook. That hit off one of the officials in front of the Montreal bench. Fired across by Taylor Hall. Hall shoots wide to the short side. Newhook ahead for Evans. Puck kept it at the line. Now Blake poked away. Good stick, Matheson. Matheson knocked down by Blake. Here comes Newhook. Newhook shoots. Stopped by Anderson. Evans couldn't get it past Miller. Evans with it again through the crease wide. Josh Anderson over for Montreal. Now Evans tried to return. Blake controls. He clears. Now Dobson. Here's Anderson. Through the neutral zone. Backhands in. Fans of go, Habs go from the crowd here in Montreal.
Long shift here for Walker and Miller. Defensive pair for Carolina. Got to get him off the ice.
Just out of the reach of Ehlers.
But Aho has been so noticeable in this game.
Up by Gostisbehere. That's blocked by Anderson. Puck comes to Jordan Staal. Knocked out of the air by Struble. Bouncing puck gets Josh Anderson. Gostisbehere and Texier. Now Ehlers back for Carolina. Ehlers looking for Martinook. Game 3, Eastern Conference Final. We are tied at 2 in overtime. Here's Suzuki, who had that great chance early. Now Caulfield with the puck. Caulfield out for Carrier. Now it's Caulfield again. He's stripped by Gostisbehere.
Went off at Jarvis as he went diving across.
Race for the puck. Jarvis was beaten to it by Cooley. Now here's Slavkovsky. Puck cleared out by Sebastian Aho. Played by Carrier. Fresh skaters on the ice for Montreal as Newhook shoots in. With Suzuki, puck stripped. Jarvis. Knocked down by Dobson. They say the play is onside. Demidov sticked aside by Freddie Anderson. Puck comes out to the play. Matheson poked away from him. Jarvis with it. Here's Aho. Sebastian Aho waits. Back for Chatfield. Oh, the save by Darvish.
Timely saves. On-man rush for the Canes. Chatfield joins the rush, and this is a grade A opportunity.
Clear-cut chance for Chatfield, the D-man.
Miller back on the puck for Carolina. Picked off by Danault.
Let's not forget the first whistle under the 10-minute mark here in overtime. All overtimes be a mandatory ice maintenance.
There's Miller. Miller chips it into the corner. Hudson up the boards. Jankowski back around to the far corner. Robinson. Hudson tripped up. Play continues. There's Carrier into the Carolina zone. Walker back to retrieve. Just past that 10-minute mark of overtime. 9-2 apiece. Now Miller up the middle past Robinson. Matheson back for the Canadians. Up deflected out. There's the Keeshin. Now Gostisbehere. Dobson plays the puck for Montreal. Knocked out of the air by Blake. Now it's Dobson once again. Good job on the forecheck by Blake and Stankoven. Canadians move the puck down. And they have iced it.
Oh, they're going to get lucky here because there's an ice maintenance coming. So they're going to get a breather.
Evans on the draw. Evans wins it. Dobson throws the puck down ice. It's another icing.
Cannot emphasize enough with it.
Stahl pulls it back. Puck is poked ahead by Newhook. Newhook beats Slavin to it. Fans again looking for a ball as Cooley plays the puck. Sends it back in. There's Demidov off his stick. Slavin to the red line. Moving the puck around. Martinook and Cooley. Cooley works it ahead. Suzuki couldn't clear. Stahl. Back behind the Montreal net. Cooley finds Hudson. Now Hudson controls for Montreal. 2-2 in overtime. Here's Suzuki. Suzuki and Miller come together. Walker with the puck for Carolina. Back to Keandre Miller. Puck deflected in by Svechnikov. Now Carrier steps away from Aho. Svechnikov keeps the puck alive for Carolina. Taken away by Hudson. Slafkovsky poked by Miller. And now Slafkovsky through the neutral zone.
Too many men. That's too many men.
Oh, they got it. The linesmen have it. Trent Noor. He blew it dead.
He jumps on here. The guy he's changing for plays the puck. That's too many men on the ice. His guys was well away from the boards.
Officials got together. No call. So a big break for the Canadians. Now Matheson. Blake in on the forecheck. We played 12.5 minutes in overtime. Tied at 2. Walker back to retrieve. Here comes Bolduc with the head. Puck knocked down by Carrier. He's hit to the ice by Blake. Now a loose puck. Stankoven on it. Bolduc cuts down the angle. Stankoven's pass off the skate of Bolduc. Now played by Blake. Anderson from Montreal taken away by Slavin and now cleared. Fired down ice by Dobson. Yet another
lane is there.
Puck carried out by Bolduc. Now Anderson with it, and he couldn't get it through.
Good stick, Gostisbehere.
Back the other way, it's Robinson. Robinson shoots. Dobish got the stick on it. Now Slafkovsky. Outlet pass intended for Caulfield, broken up by Slavin. Sent in by Jankowski. Now Will Carrier in for Carolina.
Hit there by Carrier. flying elbow there on Hudson.
Here's Chatfield up the boards. Played by Robinson. And now Jankowski shoots in. 2-2 in overtime. Here's Hudson. Picked off by Svechnikov. Svechnikov looks to put a move on. Maintains control of the puck. Svechnikov, cross ice, Jarvis. Back out, shot by Svechnikov. Score! The Carolina Hurricanes take game 3. Their second consecutive overtime victory. Svechnikov the shot. Aho was setting up in front of Dobish. The Hurricanes win it 3-2.
Well, Dobish got a piece of it. You mentioned, Kenny, Aho standing right in front of the net. And hits the back bar of the net. Hudson with the turnover. Fresh players on the ice for Carolina. Jarvis, Svechnikov, the screen in front. And Carolina wins in overtime.
Dobish seems to be waiting around thinking maybe goaltender interference. But I see Slavkovsky engaged with Aho. I don't know if Aho gets there without the contact of Slavkovsky. Didn't look like it. It looked like Slavkovsky was there as well. And
yeah, and it looked like he was over. He was outside the blue paint here, Booch.
Oh, wait, well, Aho does get there on his own.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Then he moved out.
They're saying it's a good goal.
The Carolina Hurricanes take game 3. 2 straight overtime victories for the Canes.